Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. I have something a little bit different for you today. This is a game called Murder Party. I'm sure that probably a lot of you have not played this, so I'm going to explain the rules real quickly. This percent bonus here has something to do with that. Alright, the way Murder Party works is it starts as kind of a free-for-all. Everyone is on their own team. You can't see anyone else. You do not have intelligence on anyone else. And you just build for the very first part of the game. And then you get a kill assignment. Every player will be assigned to kill another player. See if we can catch the assignment here. And the rules of the game are you need to kill your opponent. Alert, someone wants to kill you too. I missed who Sneaky Snake had. Okay, so let's just assume that Sneaky Snake pulled Odin as his opponent. He cannot kill Nekwalich or Kripe. If you kill someone who is not your target, you actually get punished. If you kill your target, you get the bonus for that round. This game, they voted on a 20% eco boost. And each round is timed. If you can kill your opponent first before anyone else kills their opponent, you get the bonus and the map resets. Everyone gets a new opponent. And something else to remember is that even if Sneaky Snake is killing Odin, Odin might not be killing Sneaky Snake. He may be going after someone else. So everyone is trying to kill somebody and nobody knows who they're actually going after. So it can turn into a pretty hectic game mode. I'm going to follow this game and we will see where it takes us. Maybe this will be something that we repeat in the future. Maybe not, but we need to try everything at least once. Alright, it looks like Kappa is actually at a slight eco disadvantage at the moment. He is slightly under the weather on his numbers. Nekwalich is slightly higher than everyone else. And settling down to 9. That is some early reclaim. I'm thinking that this does not have the same rock formations as four-leaf clover did. Alright. But there is... Holy cow, there's a lot of mass in the middle to fight over. Tons of mass to be had. Of course, everyone's going to run their ACUs to the center. But you do not want to kill anyone quite yet unless they are your target. Got a transport coming out for Nekwalich that is going to drop engineers off somewhere, and a bomber out for Kappa. I think we can safely assume that Kappa is going after Sneaky Snake because he bypassed Orange to go directly over here with his bomber. You're going to see some movement by Kripe to weaken up Sneaky Snake's side, and then this engineer drop is going to loop all the way around the back. I have to keep an eye on that. Got walls going up for Embers. He is the highest ranking member of this game, 2,000 rank. Definitely the player that needs to be watched out for. Can have a little ACU engagement there, but not much. And that transport is going to drop down here. It looks like Nekwalich picked Kripe as a target. He is going to lay down land factories down here and immediately start production on some units to try and kill off that base. Have tanks responding around the outside edge. It looks like they are going to get there in time. That third factory did not get built, so this is going to be pretty easy to shut down. That was a very sneaky move, but it is ultimately going to fail. Have a very large push here. I'm surprised Odin has gotten the upper hand on Embers, pushing him back into the base there. When you have kiting auroras, that is a great help when you're trying to kill an ACU. Embers, that is why he did not have enough units to deny that. He has pulled a Tech 2 factory upgrade, and that reduced his unit count on the field. But you can see here, now that he has pillars out, he is regaining ground. Odin is going to have to get out before he gets killed. Looks like Sneaky Snake has secured his front. And Orange as well, denying that drop. Everybody looks to be sitting pretty. Lowest eco is in the hands of Nekwalich, only pulling 22 plus some reclaim. And then the highest eco award goes to Odin, raking in 40 mass per tick. That is going to give him a great little leg up over the competition. He is throwing up Tech 2 point defense. That was placed just at the edge of usefulness. It is going to be able to cover that gap from run-bys. That is good PD placement. Walling off the gap to his base. I actually do approve of that. It can still be dropped around, but when you have one narrow opening to cover, Tech 2 point defense is your friend. Embers has a pretty substantial amount of pillars now. That is a good little force, and Odin has slapped down a... Yeah, that Oblivion is going to put some hurt down on Embers. That is dangerously low HP. He needs to get out, taking another hit and another. 800, and boom. That is an elimination. Odin got killed too. He was in the nuke radius. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Not enough health to survive that nuke. Too many units around. We got 2 players down. That means that new assignments have been made. I do not know who is going after who. I have another little Tech 2 fire base going up here. Cripe and Sneaky Snake are holding their fronts with units only, and Nekwalich doesn't really have much of anything, but he is expanding, reaching out, grabbing the reclaim and the mass extractors in these bases out here. He does have a pretty decent amount of air. It looks like he does have more than any other single player. And this is a nasty little move right here, building a Tech 2 support factory on the ridge and pushing mobile missile launchers across to try to kill off some of this eco here. Very, very nasty move. I like it. I see a little bit of an engagement down here. Had Tech 2 point defense going up for Cripe. Sneaky Snake needed to get in and do something about it, but he's down at 1,400 health and still pushing. That is not the wisest of choices, my good sir. You need to get out of there, because even if you do manage to kill Cripe, you are going to go up with him. No. No, don't do that. And another pair. Well, that just leaves us with 2. Alright, if there's a mutual KO on this one, I'm going to be very upset, because people should not die in pairs. Alright, going to see a push from Kappa running directly across into Nekwalich's base. Nekwalich does not have any form of point defense and very few units to protect himself with. This is not a very impressive force. It is going to retreat, though. He has a lot of production up here, and he has begun pushing Ilshivas, so those are going to be able to push back those troops. Nekwalich is going to get a serious upper hand here with his expansions. He does have another transport out. I am sure... Oh, that's a chicken. I would have thought he would drop more engineers to get another expansion, but it looks like he has something else planned. Alright, the Ilshivas are going to go down to that substantial amount of fire coming off those units. Kappa needs to dodge. A little bit of micro will save him from that artillery and let him rake up the rest of those units. And he is going to push left. Good deal. Ah, stealth generator. That's why that survived for so long. Well done, well done. and Edge building a factory over there to get that expansion. I like it. Nekwalich, I strongly approve of your playstyle. You are a sneaky bastard, and I like those. Alright. Got Tech 3 land down. Percival's on the way for the Kappa. It appears that he has personal comm shield. That is going to be a shield, Tech 2, and gun comm. Very, very tough. He is going to be a hard nut to crack as long as he can keep his power online, which he will, it does appear. Once those Percivals get out on the field, they will be able to easily deal with all of those Ilshevas, so it shouldn't really be a challenge. And finally, Firebase going up for Nekwalich on the front. He has decided he's had enough of those intruding units. So he is going to throw that up there, but he is stalling. He needs to get some more power online. Probably it is more a case of not having enough power to go around for his reclaim. Pulled in 22,000 reclaim. Kappa on 21,000. But Nekwalich looks like he's finally solved it. Good deal. Pushing Tech 3 siege tanks and anti-air. That is a Tech 3 gen online and another on the way. And he is shielding his power and using tac defense. Playing defensively somewhat, and holy mother of factory spams. That is a lot of support factories. He is way in the hole, but that will let him burn off 100% of his reclaim into units. Pushing out Ilshevas like a madman. If I were him, I would throw in some Tech 3 mobile shields, because that would give him some more leeway being able to run down those Percivals without losing so many Ilshevas. Ilshevas do have enough health to survive a hit from a Percival, which is honestly, there are several Tech 2 units that do have that ability, but Ilshevas have the power to back it up with damage. And the Percivals are going to prevail, kiting around those Ilshevas. Again, I would be spamming the ever-living daylights out of Tech 1 artillery at this point, because he only has a handful of tanks. If you can get the artillery in range of the Percivals with your Ilshevas, I would focus fire the Ilshevas on the tanks so that only the Percies were left, and then you can just roll over the Percivals with the Tech 1 artillery. They cannot defend themselves because they overkill massively. Tech 3 air up for Nekwalich. That is why he was overbuilding power. He has a good amount of assistance in the form of Tech 3 engineers on there. He is going to pop out some ASF. Good timing on that, because there is a T2 bomber spam out for the Kappa. It looks like he was trying for an ACU snipe, but that is going to be pretty useless. Once you have ASF, Tech 2 air is slightly obsolete, so that is not going to be difficult. Sniper bots coming out for Nekwalich. As long as you can kite out of range, sniper bots can deal with Percivals pretty easily. Although they have horrible accuracy when they're moving. As you could just see there, all three of them missing shots. Well, that Percival nearly died. That is actually a vetted Percy. Has over 10,000 health. I think it's on the third vet, maybe. 3 vets, a Percival can actually survive an overcharge, which is pretty impressive. One Percival going down to snipers, focus fire, hitting another, getting it down to half health. And Ilsheva's coming in to protect the fronts. There's good unit mix from Nekwalich too. Doing a fantastic job this game. Kappa is going for Rambo SACUs. Although he is about to lose air control, so that is going to be a bit of an issue. But then again, when you're steamrolling your opponent with Percival's, air is not really that big a deal. As long as you can protect yourself from gunships with flak, you should be okay. The Rambo Com is pushing up towards the front. That is probably going to swing the battle towards the Kappa's favor. UEF SACU is borderline overpowered. That is one of the very, very few units left in Supreme Commander that I can honestly say is probably undefeatable mass for mass by other land units. However, you do have to have Tech 3, build the Quantum Gateway. It takes an enormous amount of energy to build that overshield. And it is an expensive unit to build, but it is worth it once you get to that point if you can survive that long. You're going to see it laying down. I think it pulls close to 750 damage per second, if I'm not mistaken. Has a slight area of effect, some 50,000 health in that shield, and good range to lay it all down with. That is like an Overwatch for your Percivals. I'm going to build radar on the go. Let him see those units, although he is going to pull back. The shield finally weakening up. There are 2 Rambo comms out now. They're going to push over this way and start wiping out that expansion. See the enormous amount of damage laid down by those units. Quite impressive. And that is not good. Percival's marching in on Nekwalich. Health rapidly shedding off that commander. Percivals are brutal. And that is going to be game. He had strap bombers out, was setting up for the kill, and the Kappa swept him right out with those Percivals. Well done to all of those players. Alrighty guys, that is a murder party. Not sure what you thought of it. I thought it was a pretty entertaining game. I've played a couple of them, and it is an interesting mod to play. I would recommend you try it out at least once. There are some really cool mods over there. If you click the Find Games tab in the FAF client, on the left-hand side, there's a list of supported mods. Black Ops is in there, of course, Phantom, which a lot of you are familiar with, and the murder party that we just saw. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That is going to wrap it up for this cast. I will see you guys later.